steady out of the pit lane. Check these out. Now we'll go round to the right now, through this barrier.
So it's pretty much like an automatic, really, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah,
Sort of
it is in a way.
semi-automatic, yeah.
Not so lazy as an automatic.
But the side
They're all
mirrors,
set
yeah.
up for me, don't
Oh,
worry
right,
about
okay,
them.
Yeah, yeah,
So we'll go up into second gear now.
yeah.
Look over to the right, got a nice clear bit of track, feeding the power now, away we go. Feeding the power, go up a gear again. More power now, over to the right hand side, where the turn board is. Stay on the power, keep going and up a gear. Keep it going, don't worry about the brakes, just turn in, over to the left, stay to the right, stay to the right.
Okay.
On the brakes. Good.
Okay.
Feeding the power now. Feeding the power over to the right. Okay, start to squeeze in the power, looking for that yellow cone. Brilliant. That's it, gradually increase. Bring the car out to the middle of the road. Stay on the power, over to the right now. Up next to that brake board, keep it going. Go on the brakes, leave it in this gear, off the brakes now. Turn at the turn board, over to the left, nice and close to your yellows. Start to feed in the power, out to your blue cone. Good, over to the left now, feed in the power, keep it going, keep it going. On the brakes, down to third. Round to the right, feed in the power. Over to the right, more power now, more power. Down the hill, keep it going, up a gear. Okay, and off the brakes now, down a gear, and we're going to go out to the left hand side, okay, is the car going to pass.
Right,
stay on the power, stay on the power, keep it going, up a gear, stay to the left. Good. On the power now, on the brakes, off the brakes, out towards your turn board. Back in towards the yellow cone now, start to feed in a bit of power. Keep it going, keep on the power, and up a gear. Very good, very smooth mate, really doing well. Keep it going. On the brakes in a straight line, down a gear, stay to the right, off the brakes, turn in. Feeding the power out towards your blue cone, squeezing the power. Brakes down to third, off the brakes, round to the right, in towards your yellow cone, start to squeeze in the power now, up a gear, on the brakes now, stay on the brakes, leave the gears, off the brakes, round to the right, there is a car leaving the pits, be careful, feed in the power now, pass on the right, pass on the right. Back over to the left now, on the brakes, off the brakes, stay to the left, feed in the power. That's it, Simon, well done mate. Over to the right now, feed in the power, feed in the power. Let the car run out to the middle of the road, squeezing the power, squeezing the power. Over to the right now, on the brakes in a straight line, down a gear, stay on the brakes. Feed in the power now. Feed in the power, more power. Back over to the left, up a gear. On the brakes now, down a gear. Round to the right hand side. In towards your yellow cone. Start to squeeze in a bit of power, out the corner, up a gear. Okay, I'm going to let them know we want to get by. On the brakes, off the brakes. Okay, I'll pass on the right. Stay over to the right. That's it. More power now. More power. Keep it going. Keep it going. Back over to the left. dab the brakes, off the brakes, out to the left hand side, feed in the power, in towards the yellow cone now, squeezing the power, more power now, over to the middle of the road, keep it going, up a gear, in towards your brake board, on the brakes now, down a gear, harder on the brake, stay to the right, off the brake, turn the nose in towards your yellow, squeezing the power out to your blue cone, feeding the power up the hill, on the brakes, down to third, release the brakes, round to the right, squeezing the power up towards your yellow cone, feeding the power out to the left, keep it going, up again, on the brakes now, off the brakes, in towards your yellow cone, start to feed in a bit of power out to the left hand side, there we go, up a gear, over to the right, off the power, leave the brakes, turn in, straighten the car, on the brakes, down a gear, off the brakes, out to the left hand side, start to feed in a bit of power, that's it Simon, looking for those yellow cones, remember, over to the right, up a gear, keep it going. On the brakes now, down a gear. Stay right, off the brakes, turn the nose in. Feeding the power up towards your blue cone. Back over to the left. This is so smooth, mate, it's really, really good. On the brakes now, down a gear. Off the brakes, round to the right. In towards your yellow cone, we'll go around for one more, squeezing the power, up again, on the brakes now, stay on the brakes, and release the brake, in towards your yellow cone, start to feed the power in, well, here we go, power in, over to the right hand side, up the brake, off the brake, turn in, up to your yellows, on the brakes, down a gear. Gradually feed the power in, looking for them yellow cones as soon as we can, squeezing the power, up again, very, very good. On the brakes now in a straight line, harder than that, down a gear, harder on the brakes, off the brakes, in towards your yellow, feeding the power, keep it going, very, very good, up again. Now, nice and hard, down a gear, harder on the brakes, and I'm afraid we're in this time.
Yeah.
So you want to hold the car to the left and in the pits on the left hand side. How was that then?
Lovely.
Yeah? Looks good. Slow it right down for me. That's it. You say it's a big old car and this is a tiny little pit lane. So.
Yeah.
Oh, good. That's good to hear. Really, really, really good lines. That was the main thing for me.
Yeah.
It's rare to see someone that picks it up naturally like that. Round to the right now, down the hill. Okay, we're going to do a real tight bend, U-bend around the wheelie bin. So, we're on full lock now. Keep it on full lock. You cleared the cone, that's fine. Over to the left.
Oh,
Sorry, that's my fault. Round to the right now. And we're going to go this side of the Ferrari. Round to the right. That's it. Pull it to a stop here. That's it, stop the car. Both paddles towards you at the same time. Leave it running.